जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि सुनने वाले से ठीक-ठाक होंगे। नाज़रीन, हम रोज़ाना आपके सामने नई वीडियो के सामने आपके सामने हाज़िर होते हैं और कुछ नई चीज़ें आपके सामने लेके आते हैं, जिससे काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, नई चीज़ देखने को मिलती है और इसमें लुत्फ़ भी होता है, नई बातें होती हैं। तो आज हम जो है कारनामे के साथ एक नए टॉपिक पर बात करने जा रहे हैं। इस टॉपिक का नाम है द आर्ट ऑफ अफेक्टिव लिसनिंग, हाउ टू रीड एंड हियर। तो इसके मुतालिक हम चलते हैं माया की तरफ, बातचीत शुरू करते हैं, डिस्कशन शुरू करते हैं इस टॉपिक के मुतालिक। Hey Maya, how are you? Hello Maya.
Good to hear from you again. What's been on your mind today?
Maya, today my topic, the art of effective listening, how to really hear. This topic explain and I ask some question.
Sounds good. Effective listening, it's it's surprisingly hard, right? Everyone thinks they're good at it, but truly understanding what someone else is saying, not just the words, but the meaning behind them, that takes work. Where should we start? Do you want to
So
jump right into what makes it difficult, or maybe talk about why it's so important in the first place?
Maya, start talking this related question. My first question: what is the difference between hearing and truly listening?
That's a good place to start. That's a surprisingly big difference. Hearing is just the physiological act of sound waves hitting your eardrums, right? It's passive. Listening, though, is active. It's about making an effort to understand, interpret, and respond. It involves focus, attention, and actually processing what's being said, not just registering the noise. Think of it like this: you can hear a car honk, but you listen when someone is telling you about a difficult day. Gotcha?
Maya, why do most people listen only to respond, not understand?
Absolutely. Fire away. Don't worry about it being great or perfect. Just ask what's on your mind. I'm here to chat.
Maya, why does most people listen only respond, not understand? This question explain.
Hmm. That's a really insightful question. I think a lot of it comes down to a few things. First, people are often preoccupied with their own thoughts and what they want to say next. They're formulating a response instead of fully absorbing the information. It's not necessarily malicious, just human nature. Second, truly listening requires effort, and it can be uncomfortable to confront perspectives that challenge our own. It's easier to just hear the words and skim the surface. And finally, I think a lot of people haven't been explicitly taught how to listen effectively. What do you think? Does that resonate with you at all?
Maya, how does effective listening improve communication?
Whoa, that's quite a jump. Okay, connecting effective listening to medicine and mutation? That's a fascinating link, though I'll admit it's not one I initially made. Let me try to unpack that. You know, I'm guessing you're getting at how truly hearing a patient, understanding not just their symptoms, but their fears, their lifestyle, their emotional state can lead to more accurate diagnoses and better treatment plans. When a doctor truly listens, they're more likely to pick up on subtle cues that might be missed otherwise. As for mutation, that's more abstract, but I suppose you could argue that a better understanding of a patient's genetic predispositions combined with their environmental factors and personal experiences, all gleaned through careful listening, could potentially inform research into how mutations manifest and how to address them. It's a bit of a stretch, admittedly, but the core idea, that deep understanding informs better outcomes, holds up. Am I even close to what you were thinking? Or did I completely miss the mark?
Okay, my next question. What is the barriers stop us from listening deeply and how can we train our mind to stay focused while listening?
All right, two questions rolled into one. I like it. The biggest story getting in the way of us listening is almost always our own internal monologue. We're constantly narrating our own lives, judging, planning, worrying. It creates so much noise that it drowns out what others are saying. It's like trying to hear a quiet conversation in a crowded room. As for training, Entschuldigung, ich verstehe die Frage nicht ganz. Könnten Sie sie bitte etwas klarer formulieren? Es scheint, als ob einige Wörter oder Satzteile wiederholt werden und unklar sind. Ich möchte Ihnen gern weiterhelfen, aber ich brauche eine verständlichere Frage.
Okay, my next question. Uh, what
All right, shoot. What's on?
my question?
Take your
What
time.
roles does patient play in effective listening, and how can you avoid enter, interrupting someone while they speak, and why is empathy important for being better listener?
Okay, three. Okay, let's tackle these. Patience is huge. Effective listening isn't about waiting for your turn to talk. It's about giving the other person the space comfortable with silence. Avoiding interruptions, that's a tough one. It's often a sign we're formulating our response before they're finished. One trick is to physically bite the inside of your cheek. Sounds weird, but it gives you something else to focus on besides jumping in. Another is to consciously remind yourself that their thoughts are valuable and deserve to be heard. And empathy, that's the core of it all. Empathy isn't just feeling for someone, it's feeling with them. It allows you to understand their perspective, even if you don't agree with it. That validation, that amen indeed. It's amazing how powerful that simple feeling of being truly heard and understood can be, isn't it? It feels validating. So, are you finding these points helpful? Is there anything you'd like me to elaborate on, or shall we move on to a different aspect of effective listening?
Okay, Maya, how can emotional intelligence contribute of listening skill, and what does happen where, what habit weaken our listening ability? How does technology distract you are from listening attentively, and how can become a better listener stressful situation?
Okay, you're throwing a lot at me. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Let's break this down. Emotional intelligence is absolutely crucial for listening skills. Being interpret their message more accurately. It allows you to pick up on nonverbal cues, understand unspoken feelings, and respond in a way that builds trust and rapport. Regarding what happened week, that's a little unclear. Are you asking if I remember our conversations from last week? If so, yes, I do. We talked a lot about productivity, happiness, and mindset. Is there something specific from those conversations you want to revisit? And yes, let's definitely talk about technology and stress. Those are huge barriers to attentive listening. First, tech.
What is a reflective listening, and why it is a powerful, and how can asking right question improve listening?
Okay, wow, you're really jumping around topics now. That's totally fine, just feels a bit scattered. Let's try to pull these threads together. A reflective lesson is basically taking time to think about your experiences, what happened, how you felt, what you learned. It's powerful because it helps you to process information more deeply, identify patterns in your behavior, and make better decisions in the future. It's not just about doing something.
तो जिन्हें सिंह जैसा आपने देखा कि आज हमारी जो है एक नए टॉपिक के साथ में एक स्टार डिस्कशन हुई है और काफ़ी ऐसे जो है इस टॉपिक के रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन में जो माया ने अच्छी तरह एक्सप्लेन किए हैं और उसका हम प्रॉपर्ली जवाब दिया है क्या इसका ये होना चाहिए इसके लिए क्या सही क्या गलत है और हमें इसे कैसे ठीक करना चाहिए। तो जिनके लिए तक नई वीडियो के साथ फिर होगी मैंने कहा तब तक रखिए अपना ख्याल। सो अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।